Good morning. Welcome to the Cash Corner. Oh boy, Illinois. Let's get to it. Good morning, everyone. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm in a different part of the park today. I always love coming out here at Shelby Farms. There's so many different ways you can go, and sometimes the scenery is the same, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different out here. So, welcome back to the Cash Corner. If this is your first time, welcome. I created this channel to document my quest of completing a half marathon in each of the 50 states. And so far, we've started with Alabama, and we've made our way up to Illinois for today. So, on with the show. My goal today is to complete 6 miles, at least 6 miles, and to tell you about the half marathon that I did in the state of Illinois. It's called The Biggest Loser. It was in Chicago on August the 2nd of 2015. I did this race as part of a back-to-back weekend. It was my first back-to-back weekend. When I say back-to-back, it means I do a half marathon on Saturday, and then I do another one on Sunday. In my previous video, I talked about doing what makes you happy. This was the Idaho video, so go check that out. I haven't done Idaho, but those were my plans for this year. So, like I said, do what makes you happy, and running makes me happy. But I guarantee you, this race did not make me happy. I was actually quite pissed off and very, very tired. But I was there in Chicago, first time in Chicago, so I went ahead and, put my feet on the start line. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is just get there, start. No matter how you're feeling, you gotta at least try. And I wasn't feeling too well at all. At all. The reason I wasn't feeling too well is because the day before, that Saturday, August the 1st, I did a half marathon in Indiana. It's called the Eagle Creek. Great race if you like trail races. It was actually quite pretty. So this was in Indiana. I want to say Indianapolis, but I'm not sure. So after that race, which took me about good 4 hours, because that was my first trail run, and I guess I didn't know what to expect. After that race, after the Eagle Creek race, which was the bomb medal, oh my gosh, the medal was like awesome. I think that's why I signed up for it. And it was close to Chicago, which I wanted to do a back-to-back and knock out 2 states that weekend anyway. So, long story short, I finished Eagle Creek, which I'll talk about next video, because Indiana is next in alphabetical order. I drove to Chicago. It was maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. I get to Chicago. I'm trying to do this trip the most economical way. So I find a hotel that's $50 a night. It was a hostel, downtown Chicago, less than a mile from the start line, which was at Soldier Field. Little did I know that I'd be sharing a room with 7 other people in bunk beds. You hear me? 7 other people, women, in bunk beds. Oh, and Lollapalooza was going on. At the time, I didn't know Lollapalooza was going on. I really didn't even know what Lollapalooza was, but now I do. I decided to make the best of it. I got my key, went up to my quote-unquote room, and I thought, this is not too bad. There were bunk beds, but only 2 of them were occupied, including myself. But as the night progressed, people slowly started coming in, because I got there around, I guess, around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. I put my stuff down, changed, took a shower, changed, and I keep hearing about this deep dish pizza. So I went in search of some deep dish Chicago pizza. Oh, and by the way, parking was $50. I should have did my research better. Normally I do. So I went in search of this deep dish Chicago pizza. So I found a place. It was right down the street. I walked right down the street to this restaurant. It took 30 minutes for me to get a personal pan deep dish pizza. 30 minutes. But it was okay. You know, it wasn't worth the 30-minute wait. So on the way back to my room, I found $50. I found $50. It was just right in the middle of the street. How lucky is that? It was just lying in the middle of the street. So I picked it up, quickly put it in my pocket, and promptly went to my room. By this time it was getting late, and I had to get ready for my race the next day. So I turned in maybe 9 o'clock. You know, normal time for me, 9:30. Because I was extremely tired already. So, throughout the night, people were coming and going and going and coming from the concerts. I'm like, I am never gonna get any sleep. And I didn't. I think I got maybe 2 hours of good sleep. Oh, I got up the next morning early, because I believe the race started at 6:30, 7 o'clock, probably 7. Took a shower quietly, because everybody was sleeping. Quietly went down the hallway, gathered all my belongings, took them to my truck, and walked to the start line in hopes of completing this race and not dying. That was the #1 goal. As I was walking to the start line, I knew that it was going to be a tough race for me, because, as I was saying, I got no sleep. I didn't eat, and I don't remember eating anything either. And That was problem number one. I didn't eat anything and I was tired. But I had driven all this way, so I was going to give it a shot. And I was going to do the best I can. The race was called The Biggest Loser. And I was not going to be the biggest loser that day. I was going to win at no cost. Win at all costs. I was going to win at all costs. For it to be Chicago, Illinois in August, it was hot. It was extremely warm. It was along, I hope I get the lake right. I think it was along Lake Superior. It was in a park right outside of Soldier Field. And I believe it was Lake Superior. It was one of the Finger Lakes. I cannot remember which one it was. I'll put it in the link if I find it. About mile 2, I was toast. Burnt toast. I had no legs. It was hot. And I just wanted to be over with. But I had at least 11 more miles to go. That was the longest 11 miles of my life. Before the race, I had met this lady named Katrina. I didn't know her before. We just kind of saw each other and took a picture. And during the race, I actually met a lady that lived in Memphis or in the surrounding area. So we took a picture as well, and we are now Facebook friends. She's a real Disney fanatic. She likes Walt Disney. Me, not so much. I've been one time, I think, twice, maybe. So that race, I pretty much knew that I wasn't going to do, a great time. Mainly because I was tired and sleepy and, just getting over the trail race that I did the day before. It was my first back-to-back, and I know I didn't train properly. I was just hoping to knock out 2 states the best I could. In saying this, it was the best weekend ever. I took my body to places that I didn't think it could go, and I survived because I'm still standing and I'm still here. After the race, which took me maybe 3 hours and a whole lot of change, I had conquered the Biggest Loser half marathon in Chicago, Illinois, and I was ready to go home. So I made my way back to my truck, which was close to the hospital, and I got on the highway. Mission accomplished. So that was the Biggest Loser half marathon in Chicago, Illinois. It was August the 2nd, 2015. It was out and back. It was very, very warm. I think it made it even hotter because we were running along the lake, and I was hoping for a breeze, which we did not get. They did give us cold towels, which was great. The after race food was awesome. So all in all, I'd give this race probably a 3 out of 5. I wouldn't do it again. There are some better races in Chicago that if you need to knock out Illinois, I would suggest, going to Chicago because there is just a lot more to do there. Next time I do go to Chicago, I do plan on spending at least an extra day so that I could do some sightseeing, which I wasn't able to this back in 2015, but I will be going back to Chicago. I'm not sure when, but it's just a short 11-hour drive away from Memphis. It took me about 11 hours to get back with all the stopping I did. I think it's normally maybe a 9 9, 10 maybe, but I stopped a lot because my legs were cramping really bad. So I'm almost done with my run this morning. I'm probably going to finish with a little bit over 6 miles, which is great. You know, more the merrier, because I'm in training for a half marathon that I signed up for. I knew I would sign up for one when I finished my video of Idaho last week, and I've been looking for one ever since, and I found one. So back to the traveling videos. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you all are too. If you find this video informative, or any of my videos informative, don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe. I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to talking to you very soon.